Hello everybody, my name is MajorCalzone and welcome to a brand new video. Today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Halo Infinite and what exactly this game is all about right now, because it's pretty crazy. Like, I don't really know how to put it. I guess the best way I can describe it is how I put it in the title. I mean, I hope I remember to put this as the title, but the game is dividing yet divine. And what I mean by that is the game is good. Like, in a gameplay sense, it feels good to play. The sandbox, the balance, everything as it stands right now is just so good. I mean, I haven't been this addicted to a video game since probably Black Ops 2, I want to say. Like, Black Ops 2 in its prime, you know? And I think that's a good thing, because I love video games. I love 2-game, and being able to have a game that I love to play so much is great. Being in this spot where I know what I'm gonna do, I know what I want to play when I get home from work or whatever, you know, it's awesome. But at the same time, the game is undoubtedly dividing, you know. We have the progression system, which is less than stellar right now. It's gotten better, but it's still not good. We have the customization and unlocks controversy with the shop, and how people are not really happy that they have to pay for armor and stuff like that. But in the it's got to be almost over 2 weeks at this point that we've had the game, going on 3 weeks now, it's like I don't know. I've had time to like sit down and think about all of these things, and think about, you know, the progression and unlocks and some of the customization issues in terms of, like, you can't use armor across cores and stuff like that. And I still don't like some of them, but I've come to accept some of them. So I do think there are some things in the shop that are way overpriced, but I think something that a lot of Halo fans are missing right now, and something that I definitely missed at launch, is the fact that the multiplayer is free to play, and you gotta make money on it somehow, right? I think us as Halo fans, we are traditionally used to paying for the whole package, and then as a result of paying for the whole package, you get everything. You know, you get all the armor in the game that you can unlock, you get, you know, all the weapon skins, however you want to put it. You know, everything is there at launch when you pay $60 for the campaign and the multiplayer. But when it's free to play, there's going to be a shop, and there's going to have to be things in the shop that people are going to want to buy. Is it a little ridiculous to ask $20 for an armor set in a game series where that same armor set was traditionally free? Yes. Is it bullshit to take your battle pass and sprinkle in a little bit of armor here and there, and then sell armor later in the shop? Like, example, the first battle pass we have right now is called Heroes of Reach, and the battle pass is filled with Reach-style armor. But instead of putting all the Reach-style armor in the battle pass, they're actually selling some of it separately in the shop, and I think that's ridiculous. You know, instead of filling up these tiers with challenge swaps and other little AI colors and stuff like that, or emblems, whatever, you know, put that armor in there. Put that armor in the pass. And then if people want to buy challenge swaps, give it to them. You know, or even just make the swaps a little bonus that you get every 5th tier or whatever, you know. But don't gatekeep this kind of content, especially when the first season is called Heroes of Reach, and you're just going to keep Reach-style armor in the shop after people pay for the battle pass. I think that's a little ridiculous. But, you know, if you're going to sell, like, the Anubis armor set, it's not for me, but for $20, you do get quite a bit. And again, the game is free to play. You know, there are going to be people out there that don't buy the campaign, that are only going to play the multiplayer. You know, they have to have things in the shop that are going to entice people to buy it, to buy them, so that they can get some sort of revenue from it. it is what it is. It's not going to change anytime soon. Maybe some things will become better priced. Maybe some things will get worse priced. Who knows? I do think that the battle passes need to have a little more content, though, especially if they are themed around something, you know? Don't put armor sets from Reach in the shop if the battle pass is going to be Reach themed, you know? Like, that's just one example. I can't think of anything else that they would do, you know, because I don't know what they're planning for future seasons. And the same thing can be said about events. Events are totally free. I get it. You know, you can unlock everything in these events without having to pay a dime. In fact, you can't even pay for the Yoroi armor core. You have to unlock that in the Tenrai event when it's available. But taking all the cool armor that you showed off in advertisements and then selling it in the shop, that's not cool. Like, you're going to fill up this event battle pass with double XP tokens and challenge swaps, but you're not going to put in armor, you know? Especially armor that you advertised and then promised it was going to be free, like you could earn it by just playing the game. It's just scummy, and it puts a bad taste in people's mouth. If you're going to sell armor and these kinds of customization things, fine. But don't advertise things that you have to pay for and then in the same breath tell us, oh yeah, you can earn this just by playing the game. And technically, yes, you can earn the Yoroi armor core by just playing the game, but when you show off the Yoroi armor core, don't show it with armor that you have to pay real money to actually use. But, I don't know. In terms of the events, right, I think there's going to be a lot of potential for it coming forward. I know there's a Christmas event coming up. I'm pretty excited for that because all of the Christmas-y skins that have leaked are in that event, and I'm happy to say that they're all free. And then same thing with, I think there's another event coming in like February. It's called like Tactical Ops or something, and the Mark V helmet is in there, so I'm definitely going to be grinding out that event. I think the events in concept are a very good idea. I just think they need to be executed better. And the same thing can be said for the progression with the challenges overall. I like that the events are kind of tied into the challenges because that it's like how every other game does it, you know. Every season you get little challenges that you have to complete, or when there's a special event, there's like a special event battle pass. Every game does this. But having your main progression for the battle pass tied specifically to weekly challenges, it puts a lot of agency on the player themselves to pace out these challenges. Like last week, when I completed all my challenges for that one armor skin or armor coating, when I finished all my weekly challenges, I was like, okay, what do I do now? Like, there was literally nothing for me to do but to play and earn my per match XP, which at the time was only 50 XP per game. Now it's much better. You kind of start at 300, and after 6 games, then it goes back down to the 50, and I think that's a much better system. But it still is like, okay, after all your weekly challenges are gone, if you don't pace them out yourself, then it's not worth it. And in that same breath, if the ultimate reward for completing all your weekly challenges isn't something people want, well then they're not going to grind out their weekly challenges. They're not going to go for it. Like right now, it's an emblem. You know, who's really going to grind hard for that emblem? I will, because I'm a nerd. But most people won't. Most people will be like, okay, it's an emblem. Who cares? You know, most people want weapon skins or armor skins or a piece of... what am I thinking? Like a piece of armor or a visor, a visor, something like that. You know, something that's tangible, not just an emblem. So I am happy to say that they did remove some of the RNG challenges from the game, which is great. I'm happy to hear that, and I'm happier to play that too. I noticed it when this new week started that a lot of the challenges, the weekly challenges, seemed a lot easier and more reasonable to complete. And so I'm happy to see that the challenges are more general and less specific. But there is still work to be done, and I know 343 is going to do it. I know there are a lot of people out there who are hating 343, are saying that they lied to us, that they're money hungry, and blah, blah, blah. And truth be told, I think they are just getting the worst of the general consensus in the gaming industry right now. Being that, you know, a game comes out and then it has these microtransactions in it and people get pissed off all the time. It happens. At least Halo Infinite isn't like Call of Duty or Battlefield, You can play Halo Infinite's multiplayer for free. You don't have to pay a dime to play it. Whereas in Call of Duty, you still have to pay these $20+ for these packs, but you also have to pay $60, even $70 if you're playing on next-gen consoles, $60 to $70 to play the game, and then on top of that, they're trying to sell you skins. Same with Battlefield, $60 to $70 to get into the game, and then you still have to pay extra for these extra cosmetics. At least in Halo, there's a free gate to entry. You don't have to pay to play the multiplayer. And in fact, if you pay for the campaign, there's free armor for multiplayer in the campaign. I say free, you have to pay $60 for the campaign, but I think it'll be worth it. I've heard a lot of good things about the campaign. I haven't played it myself, but I'm very much looking forward to doing that on the 8th, and I'm looking forward to getting some of that armor that's in the campaign to use in multiplayer. And I think a lot of people are forgetting that too, because a lot of people are saying that the Mark 7 armor core is very barren right now, and it is. But I also think that once we get our hands on the campaign and you can unlock the Mark 7 armor in the campaign, it'll be a lot better. So yeah, I guess to kind of close this video out and say my final thoughts, I'm very, very happy with Infinite overall in terms of its gameplay. I think the maps are really well played. I wish there was individual playlist selection, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy that it's like a mixed bag right now, because playing Slayer all the time could get very boring, whereas right now, it might suck to get Strongholds or Oddball or Total Control or whatever when you just want to play Slayer, but it's nice to kind of switch it up every now and again. It's nice to hit quick play and want Slayer, but then get Oddball, and you get a really good game of Oddball, and suddenly it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad I got to play Oddball. Things like that. I'm very happy with the game. I know there are some stability issues that will be worked out, same with the progression and all that stuff. I do believe that 343 is going to improve this game very, very, very well over the time, They've said it a lot before launch, but this is just the beginning. This is just launch. Things will get better, and I think it's going to suck, but a year from now, maybe even 2 years from now, we'll have a great game on our hands. If they were able to make Halo 5 as good as it was towards the end of its life, I think they can make Infinite even better in about the same amount of time. It would be nice to have everything right now at launch, but that's the way of the world, They gotta hold some of these things back so that they can advertise them later, whether it's ready or whether they're not, in the case of Forge and co-op campaign. Yeah, so that's what I gotta say about it. Halo Infinite, a dividing yet divine game. I think it's going to one day be very, very good, and right now we're just kind of getting through the rough patches, so let me know in the comment section down below if you've played Infinite, how you feel about it. If you're a longtime fan or a brand new fan, just sound off down there in the comments. I'd really like to see what people are thinking. But yeah, if you think this video deserved a like, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.